Alright, so because we have Thunderstone Staff and the Guardian is revealed, Thunderstone Staff has plus 2 more lights, so it has 3 total now, which is good. This is our hand. We got 4 gold, so we can probably buy another short sword. Give us a little more gold, a little more fighting strength. And unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to fight much of anything with no heroes. So I think unfortunately we're going to take a hit here for the village. So we got 3 damage chits to do. We got 1 for the guild's quarter. We got 1 for the temple. And we have 1 for the market. So market's been hit twice, shop, arcane wonders twice. Bazaar has been free so far. So we've covered all of our monsters. There's nothing else to do this phase. We cannot rank up. And so we will go into round 10. We will draw 6 cards. And we will have to start rolling 4 dice now. So you can see this really ticks up very quickly. Alrighty, so we got a trophy, which is good. We got a +1, so we can draw another card. We got an adventure out of it. We got 2 grains though. So grains, we can gain an iron ration or a lantern token, add 1x or 2x's if you have an elf or a wizard. So well, even though because our prestige class, our dice rolls with X's also activate your trophy, but trophies are again activated. So, do we want to gain bread or iron rations or lantern tokens? I think we're going to have to go with the lanterns because we're going to have to get into Smorga and beat her whenever we're able to. So we're going to be adding also 2 X's for each because we do have an elf in our hands. So got a little nasty here, but we got Future Vision, Adventurer, a Possessed Elf, Adventurer, Hawkswood, Thunderstone Staff, and another Adventurer. So not the best of things here. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can choose where we want to go here. And I think we're going to go to the marketplace in order to build a barricade because of our trophy. Now with the X damages, as I've said before, no matter how many level monsters we defeat, the villages will still take damage. So we will heal our wound as well for being in the village. And then we have 3 gold. So I'm not sure if I really want another short sword or not. I don't really want to. I need more heroes and not adventurers. So I wish I had a Joba before I can do a double adventure here, because this is what we have. We have plenty of adventures in this hand. We only have 2 experience points, so we're not going to be able to level anything up. We'll go to the dungeon though to defeat the rat quite handily. So we'll do an adventure for another Pylorian. So, and suppose I should have done this before. It wouldn't have changed anything for doing a dungeon for future vision, putting Hawkswood back on top. I still would have had plenty to defeat the giant rat. And I don't get the +1 HP though. So with that, well, that will go there, or the hand goes to the discard pile. We will have to draw 4 damage chits for each X. So the first one is the Bazaar. So the Bazaar is finally being hit. That's 1. Another Bazaar. That's 2. Temple. That's 3. Arcane Wonders for 4. Alright, so excuse me. Nothing's been destroyed yet, but we're definitely teeter-tottering it. So we will go to round 11. We will draw 6 cards. I know we had future visions, but we didn't have the requirements to draw for an extra HP. So we will shuffle our deck here. We're going to be rolling 4 dice one more time, and then we'll get to the limit of 5 dice next round. So hopefully I can just keep on rolling trophies and +1s, because I'm going to be struggling here unless I keep on going Magic Missile and Pylorians, I think. I'm going to be having enough light to get to Smorga, and she's a rank or level 7, so even if I do get a lot of monsters and I defeat her, it's going to wipe out at least 7. It'll wipe out 7 monsters. So I drew 3, so 1. So that's our 6. We're going to roll our 4. Alright, well, dice are on my side. I can draw 2 cards for +1s. So I'll do that real quick. We got a Pylorian, which is good, and Adventure. But we are adding 4 monsters to the monster horde. So this is what we have here. I think we're going to be alright. We got Magic Missile, Hawkswood, and a Dagger. We'll heal this Festering Wound when we go to the village. Short Sword, Pylorian, Magic Missile, and Adventure. I don't think we're going to be able to wield the Short Sword unless we draw for a skill card. Excuse me. So, let us go to the marketplace, and we're going to draw a card, and it's a diseased wound, so now we have to take a blood, or take 1 wound, but we can draw another card for it, and it's Possessed Elf. And for being in the village, we're going to heal this Festering Wound. I don't mind us having this diseased wound because it's not going to give the monster any +1 health. We have 3 gold. And I don't think we're going to purchase anything. I want to keep my deck somewhat as thin as I can without bunching up with a bunch of weapons and no one to wield them. Because apparently I can't even wield a short sword. So, without further ado, we will go to the dungeon. And if we can beat a level 3, that would be fantastic. If we can get to Smorga, we might actually be able to here. Diseased wound isn't going to count for anything. The dagger. So what we can do here is the short sword. It doesn't really matter. We'll be drawing one card either way with the dagger and the short sword together with possessed elf. It would draw a card, or adventure with the dagger, draw a card. So we'll do adventure and dagger. And we got prismatic spray. So awesome. So the possessed elf will wield the short sword. Sorry, I'm going to put these down here because now we're starting to get a little more cards in my hand here. So possessed elf, he has 4. We're going to have a prismatic spray, so we'll roll one 6-sided die and see what it gets. That's a 1. So we got 1 extra damage for that. We have our adventure and dagger together. We have a Hawkswood by himself, or herself, however you want to go about it. And then we have Pylorian. Whoops, I'm so sorry about that. Pylorian with 2 magic missiles. So, we actually have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 attack. And we have 1 light from our Hawkswood. And if we want to go to Smorga, I don't recommend going through the potion tester because we'll gain a wound by moving through them. So we will go through the shaman for 0 light. Go through, well, hold on here. Because Smorga requires 3 light. Venk the rogue, level 3, is going to require 2 light. And we are 1 light short. And there's nothing I can do about that. So, maybe we can go to a level 3 here. Venk, if you have less than 3 light, destroy all your gear tokens. I really don't want to do that right now because I'm trying to save all that up. Over here, plus 2 health for each of your human heroes. We have 2 human heroes, the Adventurer and the Pylorian, so he gains 4, so that's 11. We would gain a wound for going through the potion tester. We could go the other way around, but I don't want to waste light if I don't have to. I don't want to fight him because I don't want to lose any of my spells or wizards right now. I could defeat the Hobgoblin Lieutenant, which would give me another light. He's going to give me 3. You know what? Let's just go for the Lieutenant here. I'm trying to save my light. So, before battle, we have to discard 1 weapon with combat ability. So we will discard the dagger. And we will still have plenty. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I believe. So we got plenty. And so we defeat him. So we will gain 2 wounds. 4 experience. 1 lantern token. And 1... Alright, Rod of Teleportation. Place the champion in any dungeon room. This is not considered movement. So it's not considered movement, but when you teleport, you cannot move out of that room. So we can get anywhere without spending light, which is amazing. So this might work well. I'm going to put these away. We can still draw 5 cards. I'm not going to, let's see. So we defeated a level 2. So we still have 2 monsters left over. It was a risk I was willing to take to save the light, to get more light. of we got raw. I mean, I think we're going to come out on top, especially if we're drawing a marketplace here, because we have a barricade there. So that's a Guild's Quarter. It's not awful. It's not Shop of Arcane Wonders. So we got one more to draw, and we have another Guild's Quarter. So got a couple places on their last legs here. We're going to refill the room, which is a Hobgoblin Sergeant. Before battle, discard one hero with combat ability. He's a 7 health plus 1, so he'll be an 8. He gives us quite a few light though from there. So we will draw 5 cards. So we got our Arcane and a Wizard, Flying Death, Receptum, and an Adventure. We're going around 12, so now we roll 5 dice. If I could drop in my dice, that would be helpful. So here we go. Oh, this is rough. Very rough. We have a +1 card, so we'll do that. Another Pylorian. We have 3 monsters. I'm sorry, make that 5 monsters. And then we rolled a green, which is gain 1 Iron Ration or a light token. And then we'll add 2 X's as well. Because we have a wizard. I actually think we're going to go with an Iron Ration this time. So we're going to change these 2 to X's. So we can prevent all but 2 of the damage here. Alrighty, so let's figure this out here. We got 3 gold. I don't want to use my Iron Ration. I want to save it for this Flying Death. Let's go to the temple and heal 3 wounds. Because of our prestige class, we're going to heal an extra 1. Do we want to put anything on top? Well, maybe the adventure. She gives 2 skill. Alrighty, well, I don't think we're going to do any of the temple effects. We have 3 gold, so I don't think we're going to purchase anything again. So we're going to go to the dungeon and see what we can do here.